Welcome to the Points Taken podcast. My name is James Keeley. With me, as always, is Sammy Schaefer.
Excited to be here.
We only take underdogs, overs, and props, fun bets on this show. We try not to sweat it, try to win you some money and have a lot of fun, give you some entertainment. We are recording at the halftime of the Duke at Clemson game. Sammy, what's the score right now?
It is Clemson 7, Duke 6.
All right, lot of underdog action there, but we did not take it. Probably would have taken the over. I don't know. Duke could crumble in the second half. We'll see. So we're going to do a quick recap show for our picks. Show you the new studio. One episode, and we get a new studio.
Look at that. We're taking off.
We got a lot of feedback on the first episode with the old studio.
Mm-hmm.
People were not fans.
It was
They said it lacked inspiration.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, they were like, "Do you want like money or like some old college posters I have?" I got offered a lot of Scarface posters from people, a lot of Pulp Fiction posters still hanging around from college days.
I got the blink 3 times if you're, being
Yeah,
held under
it
duress.
did. It did look like there was going to be a tragedy, but now we got a little Alabama poster back there. That is that's like a 1 out of 50.
Oh, wow.
And a couple of the guys are not with us anymore. Onto the better life.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, great Alabama quarterbacks on that. There's a Stabler, Bart Starr, and Joe Willie Namath. Joe Willie Namath is the only one still with us. One of the nicer guys I've ever met in my life.
Oh,
Met him at a golf tournament when I was a kid. God bless him. What
Awesome.
a heck of a guy. A nice Southern gentleman who had one hell of a life. That guy knew how to party.
It's good to hear that you meet someone like that and they're a good person.
Yes. I've met a few that I was like, oh, God, I'm glad. Wish I didn't meet that guy.
Yeah.
Or that lady. Yeah. Met one lady, not a fan.
Yeah.
Sang a lot of songs about being nice to people.
Oh, and it was just all crap.
And just, it was when I was working at a hotel.
Got it.
I won't say her name. It was Jewel. Anyways, we want to thank all the followers.
Thank
Got a
you.
lot of followers, got a lot of friends and family kind of helping us out early on. I want to say thoughts and prayers to the families of people who didn't watch, because those people are dead to me and Sam.
Absolutely.
Sorry. I'm sorry for your losses.
Sorry for your losses. There are
Yeah.
quite a few between
I
the two
know.
of us.
I know. I deleted a lot of people. I hope they're fine. I just probably not going to spend a lot of time talking or texting with them. No.
Nah.
It's a 20-minute podcast if you can't watch. I mean, on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a little weekend entertainment. I saw Winning Time again. Still great.
Nice.
They're getting into the Pat Riley time. I'm not spoiling anything. Everybody knows Pat Riley, Coach Showtime. One of the best coaches, an Irishman, fellow Irishman like myself, one of my favorites growing up. Ended up going to the New York Knicks, which I hated, because I, as a Miami Heat fan growing up, weren't many teams I disliked more than the Knicks. So, but then ends up showing up at Miami, orchestrating some of the best teams you'll ever see, and getting us some rings, adding on to his collection.
Nice.
Sammy, what else is on the show?
Well, we've got bad beats, buffaloes, and blowing out the flip-flops.
Oh my goodness, let's get started.
Okay, week 1 of college football. James, what did we learn?
The big story was Colorado. Colorado was impressive. They beat the runner-up, TCU. TCU, they didn't do too well against Georgia, but they did get into the national championship game. A lot of people thought they were going to absolutely wipe the floor. People wanted to see Coach Deion Sanders, or Coach Prime, as they call him, take some lumps. I think everybody thinks when you go to a new team, you're going to have to recruit, you have to bring in some people, you're going to have to deal with the boosters. But the world is different now. They got this NIL money. These kids could come. You could put these teams together. The transfer portal, it's a whole thing. He got like 86 players to come in first year. Gets a couple of months to coach them up. Told everybody in the one and whatever, they won like one game, 1-11 team.
Okay.
You should go. We're bringing in different players. I think like one starter stayed, goes in, plays TCU, beats them. His son's the quarterback, throws for over 500 yards, throws 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, plays amazing. Travis Hunter played both ways, just ridiculous. They got some really, really good players. We'll see if it's sustainable. They play Nebraska this weekend. It's at Colorado. Nebraska had a tough loss to Minnesota, so they'll be ready. Matt Rhule will look like he's going to turn it around in Nebraska at some point. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a tough one. We'll do our picks on the Thursday show, but Colorado, I mean, you got to ride that hot hand. Dion has inspired them. But then they play Colorado State. But then they play Oregon. Oregon put up a ton of numbers this week, and then USC, who put up a ton of points again. So it'll be tough if they get out of there like 3-2. They're going to be legit. They're going to be the talk of the town until somebody knocks them off. And Dion's one of the best marketer promoters, self-promoters. He's going to do a great job for Colorado. What else? The new clock rules.
Okay.
I kind of panicked. I've been watching this for a while. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I would say I'm somebody who's put a lot of effort into wasting time watching football. And I'm pretty on top of new rule changes or anything of importance, completely out of left field. Had no idea that they changed the rule where the clock doesn't stop unless it's under 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I was like, these are going to ruin, this rule is going to ruin all the overs, all the fun I like with overs. I'm going to have to change, my position on some of that. But didn't make any difference for a lot of the top teams. USC put 66 up, 66-14 versus Nevada. Ole Miss 73-7 versus Mercer. Oklahoma 73-0 versus Arkansas State. Made Butch Jones, the Arkansas State coach, cry. His one of his players had to console him and get him off the field. It was a bad look. If your coach is doing that, it's hard to.
It's really bad if coaches do
The rest of the season is going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
And Oregon played Portland State, one of their own, and they put up 81 points on them, 81-7.
Wow.
The overs are not being affected unless they're teams that are playing slow, playing sloppy, don't have it together. So it looks like the overs are hot. So you watched how many games this weekend?
I watched 0 games this week.
0 games. The rookie.
I
We put him in. I get him some juicy picks. I teach him the ropes, and then he goes and plays volleyball.
I just didn't even try.
Yeah.
I am a great person to co-host with, for sure.
All right. Did you check any of the results?
I have not. So I'm learning right now with you.
All right. So you want to know now?
I do. Let's hear it. How did we do? Am I rich?
We'll see.
Okay.
Let's go over it little by little.
Okay.
We picked 7 games. Let's start it off. Thursday games. Who do we have?
Kent State plus 33.5 against UCF.
33.5 points. Okay.
Okay.
Kent State, I looked at their numbers last year. They played a few teams tough. They weren't setting the world on fire, but UCF can be disappointing sometimes. They can come in, they could blow you out. Excuse me. I was yelling too much at the Clemson game. They could blow you out, or they can come out flat. They did that. I laid the points on them a couple times, or I took the UCF team total and let me down too many times. What do you think we won or lost?
I'm going to go for our first game we won.
We got 33.5 points. We lost by 50.
Oh.
50.
Oh.
Bad start.
That's not a good start.
One more game. NC State at UConn plus 15.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Morris, coach of UConn. I think for that program, he's a pretty good fit. It's a tough place to recruit, tough place to coach. They're kind of a lower level football team. How many we get in that one? 15.
Plus 15.
Yeah. How do you think we did? You think we won or lost?
You know what? We're not going to go over 2.
That's right, baby.
Yes.
1-1.
All right.
1-1. All right. Lost a little juice. Start the Saturday games. No big deal.
Okay. Ball State 26.5 at Kentucky.
Okay, the game has 6 seconds left. We are covered. We're good to go. They're going to
All right.
take a knee. No, they don't take a knee.
Oh.
They hand it off. The running back, they do the little dance sometimes. I don't know why they risk somebody getting hurt or taking a weird angle, tearing their knee. Now he goes for 30 yards, pay dirt, touchdown. Completely crushes us.
Oh, no.
Fine. Next game.
East Carolina and Michigan over 52.5.
Harbaugh is out for 3 games suspended. The whole team is doing number 4 chants and formations and all this stuff. I thought they were going to put up like 45 for him by themselves. So they end up getting out there, starting off pretty good. J.J. McCarthy, the quarterback's looking all right. Blake Corum's playing pretty well. Just figure if they get going and East Carolina scores a little bit, they'll be all right. You think we did it?
Yeah. I got
We did not.
Oh, no.
We did not do it. We did not come close.
No.
So
Oh,
0-2 on Saturday.
Okay.
All right, but we're fine.
All right. Ohio State at Indiana over 59.
Over 59. Great wide receivers at Ohio State. Everybody's hyped up about them. New quarterback. Usually it doesn't matter at Ohio State because they find a way to get it together. Indiana can score some points, but It should be fine. 59. What do you think?
I think we got it.
Yeah, we did terrible.
Oh,
It wasn't even close. Last one.
You keep building me up. All right, North Carolina at South Carolina, 63.5.
The law of averages says, okay, you go 0-1, 0-2. You're probably going to hit one. What do you think we're doing on this one?
We had to win. I'm going
Yeah.
law averages. We won.
All right, North Carolina did pretty well. Their quarterback did pretty well. South Carolina did pretty well. Their quarterback did well.
Okay.
Okay, North Carolina put up 31 points, so we
Okay.
need what, like 30?
That's it, 32.
33. You think South Carolina won?
Yeah.
They did not win.
Oh,
They scored 17 points. Their quarterback got sacked 9 times.
That's a rough day for us.
So I'm no math wizard, but we're at 1-5 going into Sunday.
Yep.
A 1-6 for your first podcast. I mean,
6.
that'll make waves.
Yeah.
That'll
okay.
get you some subscribers.
So, come
that'll
on.
raise the dead.
It's tables coming back around.
Maybe
for
some of those
Sunday.
people that passed away are going to wake back up and just be like, "Yeah, well, just told you so."
Yeah. Well, they'll start listening and start betting against us.
Exactly. The fade all day. Fade.
Yeah.
I won't know
No.
because you're blocked.
Yep.
Don't have your number anymore. All right, what's that last game,
Okay,
Sammy?
LSU at FSU, 55.5.
Okay, 55.5.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
We had to have won this one.
We had to. We did, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah!
All right. Okay,
Winner!
All right.
If it's just by Sunday, we did amazing.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
swept the board.
There we go.
1-0. So, overall, 2-5. Got to
Okay.
dig ourselves out of a little hole.
Yeah.
But it's like a game, Sam. Let me give you some sports analogy. Or whatever.
Okay. Let's hear it.
It's 4 quarters. 4 quarters in this instance is a whole season.
Mm-hmm.
We started in September 1st, the first podcast, and we're going to go through February through the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Now, we may lose a lot of money. We may win a lot of money. The mob might have an issue with us. We don't know. But it's a long game, and we're going to play it.
Okay. No, I'm here to the end.
Herm Edwards, baby, you play to win that game. All right. We have a sheet here. It's going to be hard to see. But it's basically our standings. So, this is where we want to be, right? Can we see this? Can we see? So, 100% would be like Elvis, right? The king. That's where you want to be. You want to be the king. Nobody's the
You
king.
want to be the king.
Nobody's the king, all right? You're not going to get anywhere. Your winning percentage is never going to be anywhere from 75 to 100, right? Next one's probably not attainable either. That's hard to see, but that's that's Prince on a motorcycle. Purple Rain cover, okay? If you get close to that, could you imagine being close to Prince?
I would be ecstatic.
Like if somebody was like, that guy's, he's not great, but he's like close to Prince.
I'd be excited just to be eating in the same restaurant as Prince.
Yeah. So if you're up to like 75% as a gambler, you're like Prince Rogers Nelson.
Nice.
Yeah. But like the Alive version, who's great.
Yes.
Most people are closer to, the jester. We got the king, the prince, and then the jester or the clown. Look how happy that clown is.
Very happy.
That's the gambler who's like, yeah, I went 3-3. I just lost some juice, but I had fun watching the games. It was great. That's where kind of most people hang out. And then if they, they don't take it too far. That's fine. Being a happy clown, that's great. Where you don't want to be is sad clown. You don't want to be sad clown.
No, you don't want to be sad clown.
He is, look at him.
Oh.
Could you imagine wearing grease paint and being that unhappy?
Being sad about it? Yeah.
Being that unhappy. So if you're around 25%, no good. But there's only one way down, and the last guy is clown with a gun in his mouth. That is, he looks happy, but I think it's because he's like, oh, it's all over.
It's finally done.
Yeah, like I know my pain will be over. Like, hey, everybody, and then a massive cleanup. So where are we at?
We're definitely the clown with
So
the gun in our mouth?
no,
Okay.
we're there he is. Look at that face.
Ooh.
We're just beyond sad clown. Right? This is a graphic. Our editing skills are really getting better.
Absolutely. You know
We
what?
do know how to edit. I don't know if we have to, but
That shows we have some hope, though. You're right. We don't have the gun in the mouth.
we're at like 28%.
Yeah, we
We're
haven't
not,
given up yet.
We're sad clowns,
Sad.
but we're still like, clowns.
Yeah. We can still make somebody happy.
Yeah, you're dressed to turn it all around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just have to like change your mental attitude.
Yep.
And then you're just gonna be fine. So, Thursday we're making our picks. It's almost the end of halftime. But real quick, what else happened this weekend?
Jenna Jameson says she was given 1 year to live.
I saw that headline. I
Okay.
saw that. I read the article. It says she snuck out of the hospital, did some different treatment. They gave her like a death sentence. They said you're gonna be here and you got a year to live. Blah blah blah. She said she turned it around. She's feeling much better. I think she's an interesting, iconic person in a weird, alternate lifestyle kind of way. She definitely did something that was very taboo and became like a superstar, like a mainstream name.
She was definitely a trailblazer in her world.
Yeah, I think she's bright. I think she's brave. It's one of those things like you wouldn't want your kids going into that industry, but if you're going to do something, do it right.
Yeah.
Do it well.
Commit.
So I'm glad she's feeling better.
That's good. No, very exciting.
Someone's not feeling better though, and that's an
Yeah.
iconic, the superstar.
Unfortunately, Jimmy Buffett passes away at the age of 76.
I read that he passed away. He was dealing with an illness. Ended up, passed it away peacefully. 76, pretty young. But damn, that guy had a hell of a life.
Yeah.
I'm not like a huge Buffett guy, right? But I don't have any disdain for somebody who has made so many people just relax, chill, have a cocktail, have fun. How many times have you been by a pool and Margaritaville's on?
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of those songs that comes on, you don't rush to turn it off. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like the vibe.
He wrote it, and I looked this up today. It's fairly confirmed. I don't know. He wrote it for Elvis.
Oh, wow.
And like this was before he kind of got famous. So it was like, how would his life, and then Elvis passed away, like right around that time. So how much would the world have changed if Buffett wasn't Buffett? He was just a songwriter, and Elvis just had another hit. Elvis would have nailed Margaritaville. I probably would like it a little bit better.
I think it'd have more energy to it.
Just because Elvis would. I don't know if you saw the chart earlier, but that's where you want to be in
He's
life.
the king.
If you can't be, the king, then you be Prince. But it gets a little dark at the end of that. The end of that chart.
Yeah.
But he had a hell of a life. We don't have margaritas, but we will maybe on the Thursday show for
We should.
the great life
I
of
think we do need to have margaritas.
Mr. James Buffett. Rest in peace, sir. And the last thing.
Burning Man floods out.
Yeah, terrible. The cops tried to the protesters tried to shut it down. The cops came out and really kind of roughed them up a little bit. It was hippie roughing up to let a bunch of other hippies go and do drugs and be naked and smelly and Burning Man is nothing. Is something I was never really interested in. That's it seems more of your game.
It's, you know what? I do want to go. I've always thought it's an iconic festival. I got to try it once before I go.
Yeah. Glad
I didn't go this year.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening. I hope we're not saying something and they broke in at halftime of the game and were like, everyone's dead.
Everyone perished.
Yeah.
Hearts, prayers and thoughts. Sorry.
2 days ago they were saying there was an Ebola breakout. And I'm like, yeah. Wow. And I'm like, that seems like such nonsense. It was like, they were trying to control people with the fear mongering. Not that we would ever do that.
No, I've
in
never
this
heard.
great
Never
country.
heard that. I don't think they're getting much sympathy right now. It's like one of those. I feel like Burning Man is very expensive to go to, right?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
So I don't think people are giving them much sympathy, but you should feel bad for them.
Yeah,
They're trapped in a desert right now.
I don't subscribe to that. Like they're on a cruise ship. They're rich. Let it sink.
No.
The Titanic, those rich assholes. Like they deserved it. Yeah, deserved it. So, yeah, they were going to something that they thought they were going to have a good time. Listen to some. I mean, I can't stand that music. Again, I have a real problem with heat and odors, and
Gross.
and nudity, male nudity, which I'm not. Ashamed of my body, but I'm also not enough proud of it to pickle wag. You, on the other hand,
I'm all for it. I spent most of the weekend with no clothes on, so I would go to Burning Man in a festival in a second and enjoy it.
No clothes on.
No clothes. This is actually I had to put these clothes on for today, and it's the most clothes I've worn in 3 days.
He has told me this. You were playing what sport?
I was playing beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Sand everywhere. It took 2, maybe 3 showers. Handstand in the shower to really get the water in there.
The sand, so fully nude.
Fully nude.
The sand isn't the issue. I'm having trouble grasping. It's
Okay.
the up and down and the
There's some flopping. There's some flopping.
flopping.
Yeah, and when you go up to the net to block, you got to be careful. You don't want to cross,
Yeah,
do any touching.
yeah. So there's the teaser to get you to listen to Thursday's
There
show.
we go. We'll get more into that.
Halftime is almost over. We appreciate you listening to the recap show, and we will see you on Thursday.
Thanks again for coming out.
Thank you very much.